This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and this is the second time I've tried to make this video. So they've just announced the Haslab for G.I. Joe for this year, and it is the C.A.T, which a lot of people were expecting to see. Even though apparently the Joe team has said before that it was too small to make into a Haslab. Well, that apparently was wrong, because here it is. And it looks pretty good, actually. So it's $325, which is more money than previous Haslabs have been, I think. Let's take a better look at it all. We've got 3 tiers that we can unlock here. The first one is Lady J in Arctic gear. The second one is the Viovac battle station. I'm trying to pronounce that wrong. And the third one is Flint in Arctic gear. Now, we're already at over 5,000 backers, and I've backed this one time thus far. And if you read the page here, most of it is written by Destro, supposedly. Now, what's kind of ironic is if you look over here where it says, G.I. Joe and Haslab will begin manufacturing with all haste and no doubt devoid of all quality assurance. That's kind of a bad thing to put up there when you consider the problems that people have been having with the Haslab Omega Prime figure that they put out with Optimus Prime's chest breaking. But this is a pretty big boy, 21 inches long, almost 11 inches tall, and 10.5 inches wide. And it's got real working treads again. Now it's designed to actually have like a raise up a bit for movements, or ease of movement, I suppose. We of course have the gull wing doors, or I don't know, I think they call them something else. Scissor doors is what they called them. So you've got the main body, or the main canopy, and then the 2 side things pop up on their own, which I think is kind of dumb because, you know, you can't really fit the figure in there with that there. Control panels here. It sounds like there might be additional colors in this because of what it says here with the though time and further expression may reveal additional options. And here we've got our main figure here. Farley Frostbite Seward, which, considering that the Joe names are supposed to be classified, Destro probably shouldn't know what the name is. But the figure looks pretty good, although he looks a little crazed happy there, to be perfectly honest, especially when you see him in the pilot seat right there. We've got the turret, and it's got blast effects to make it look like stuff is blasting out of them. Cool, cool. We got the Snowpedos, but they, instead of being just on the side like the original C.A.T, they're actually inside a box, which I don't know how I feel about that yet. Although it says that there's a foot peg on here to make this into a snowboard, but I don't see one in the image. And you can take this apart. The missile launcher sits on this base here, which fits in here. But if you take that out, it becomes a troop transport, and the seats open up for storage. And the ramp goes down too to make it easier to get in. The back opens up to show the engine parts, a crescent wrench, and a socket wrench. You can pull out a little kitchenette thing on the side, which, okay, why not? They will have stickers that you can put on to make it look like the windows are frosty. Now, if they gave us 2 canopies, I might consider doing that to one of them, but not to the only one we get. So 8,000 backers opens up the main thing here, over on this side. 10,000 gives us the Lady J. 12,000, right? 12,000 gives us the tent. And 14,000 gives us Flint also. It would have been nice if they'd given us the bigger pictures here. She does come with a fishing rod, her spears, a pouch for the spears, 2 heads, and an ice auger to drill holes into the ice to fish. And then the base here has a missile launcher, a cot, stovetop, let's just call it a stovetop. Will apparently affix to the pull out on the C.A.T. There's also a couple fish here. So Lady J's actually fished for fish. And then Flint comes with a couple rifles, or his rifle, a shotgun, a pistol, a frying pan with eggs, a couple pieces of sausage, some campground cooking forks, which will apparently plug into both the sausages and the fish, and a second head, and a coffee pot thing. So in truth, overall, this actually looks pretty cool. I like it. I don't know if I'll get a second one like I have with like the previous Haslabs. I might. This one's especially kind of useful like that because it does have the two options for running it too, you know, with missiles and without. But let's be honest, room is an issue nowadays with collecting. So this just opened up today and we're already at, you know, over 5,000. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably hit that 8,000 target within a couple days. And hopefully we'll just go beyond because again, like with most Haslabs, you know, you're already paying for all of the items here. So hopefully they'll all be unlocked because it's just not going to be as worthwhile without that. But let's go ahead and just for the heck of it, let's refresh the page just to see if we got more backers while I was talking. Yeah, look at that. We got 9 more backers while I was talking. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below on this one. Is this something you're interested in? Do you want to get it? Or do you think it's too much money? I do like that there's some electronics in there again with the lights, and it does look like they got a lot of lighting on there. So that's pretty cool. But if you enjoyed this look at the Snowcat, please feel free to leave a like. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense, you can subscribe. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.